Today's patio chat is being brought to you locally by Westridge Furniture in Delphus. See it all at your finer outdoor furniture store.
Welcome back, everyone. Beth Seibert's back with us today, Allen County Commissioner. We're outside. We're kind of fearful this might be the last time for a while, though. But we're going to plow ahead because we're going to be positive. Let's talk budget, though. You guys are in that process, right? Tell us where you're at.
We are. About August, we reached out to about our 22 departments and said, submit your budget request. And we have since collected those requests. We have sat down one-on-one with elected officials and department heads and talked about their ask. We approved last year a budget of $31.6 million, and from these 22 agencies, we've got an ask that is totaling $35.8 million, which is only a 13% increase. But right now, as we look at projections of where our budget needs to be, we're looking at how to whittle that down by as much as $3 million, and we're doing it through conversations. So
it'll be slightly higher than last year, but not a lot, right?
Right, and we're waiting for the Budget Commission, which is the treasurer, the auditor, and the prosecutor, to bring forth their report on the 2023 budget, and we expect that around Thanksgiving. Our goal is to have this worked out and have a budget announced to all these folks by mid-December. We can't legally approve the budget till after January, but the process is just very interesting, and I like the intimacy of it. And I like the fact that each of the departments come together with a sense that they are Allen County and that we must work together. And I think the citizens would be very proud of that. We know that we have to deliver this budget together.
Anything that stood out, as far as I know, it is funny because I feel like the departments do work together. If they know a certain department, whether it be the sheriff's department, somebody is going to have a big expense coming up, they might pull back a little bit on their own.
And I think it's our job as commissioners to explain that to them. I would say the majority of the increases are on salary lines. And right now, just as the budget stands, 70% of our budget supports salary and benefits. Everybody, just like the private industry, county agencies are trying to retain and attract employees. And so that's where the majority of the requests are. Interesting to note that 32% of our budget, $10 million, is to support the sheriff and the jail operations. But if you add in the prosecutor's office, all the courts, juvenile detention, public defense, indigent defense, those collectively with the sheriff consume $18 million of our budget, and that's 57%. And so definitely keeping our community safe and making sure that our court systems and our prosecutor's office can function properly is definitely a priority.
Yeah. How does revenue look? Do you get projections on that come in during the process?
Our sales tax, no, you're right. The sales tax revenue looks good. It looks steady. And 64% of the income that supports the general fund is from sales tax. We're expecting to see that right on the mark or a little elevated. And about 150 sources total of revenue that come in to support the general fund.
Yeah. How about inflation? That's had to affect you because that's affected everybody.
We did. We had several departments that came in and said that general costs, they inflated by about 8%. We know that utility costs, our buildings and grounds superintendent would like to see electric and natural gas increase, those lines increased by 50%. Right now we're looking at 25%. We've got 19 campuses that are administered by our buildings and grounds department, and their department as a whole is $2.4 million of our budget.
Yeah, it's a lot to keep track of. All right, thank you for telling us about it. Appreciate it, Beth.
Thank you.
Good seeing you. Don't go away. Medical news coming up next on Noon Edition.